Hello, fledglings. This is part 3 of the story of Delilah Black. Now, a couple things. First, this story, I got it wrong, is actually 6 parts. There are 6 parts in this story, not 4. And yeah, there is a sticker now available in the shop featuring Delilah Black's image. So make sure to check out the shop as well as our Patreon and our TikTok. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment. I always love reading your comments. Enjoy! Hey you! It's been a while since you showed up at my door. I'm glad you took the rules of our game to start Heart. Yes, I'm quite proud of you. How have you been? Are you enjoying the show? You didn't take me for someone who enjoyed plays, or someone who enjoyed plays here. I know it's a bit off tune with the luxury you've seen me in previously, but I have special memories here. It's gotten a lot better since recent years due to a certain generous benefactor. I'm glad you're okay, by the way. I would hate to see your perfect skin scratched. You're correct. It is our 3rd meeting, and it appears I'll have to consider your offer. And I'll give it genuine thought. I wouldn't be so unfair as to deny that one thing you have asked of me since the moment we met. But allow me to think when I get home tonight. We are watching a play after all. I do believe it's a great story, but I used to prefer Romeo and Juliet. Not because it's own storyline or moving message, it's rather the last time I saw it performed, someone special played Juliet. I'll promise to be a bit less mysterious. I did promise to tell the truth after all. The one that played Juliet was Sybil Vane, a beautiful thing much like yourself. It was when I had realized what I had become. Suddenly the world had opened to me, so I went to a shadier part of the great city of ours and went to see a play. Money to spare and a pretty little thing on stage. They were impressed with my ladyship and what little money I was allowed to meet her. Sybil? Oh, my dear Sybil, she was a beauty, a real darling little moth. She came with me to my home, and we made love. We remained lovers for days until I did what I fear I would do to you. She came to see my painting, but I got rash, and I got annoyed, and my feelings were hurt. She saw something dear to me. She saw my visage of my immortality. She saw directly into my soul. And even though she did me nothing else wrong, that evening I dropped her lifeless body into a river. Not because I hated her, but because I lost control just for a moment. Please do not be horrified. I don't want to scare you away. I don't want to use this story to make you change your mind. I simply want to come clean and give you all the information you need to make your choice. It didn't stay at just Sybil. I killed the Lord that I was talking with about mortality. mortality and beauty. I killed the painter who made the portrait. I've killed 5 people in total before I left the city to see the world. And that moment, I let control go. I don't know how many have died by these hands. I have regrets. Many of them. I've changed. That's what I tell myself, but that's only what I hope happened. I've not come across something so alluring, something that I want badly until you came along. You shook my world at that ball, you know. I was suddenly in the presence of something I wanted so badly, something I needed to have, and believe that some 30 years ago I would have taken you right there. I would have shown no restraint, perhaps even to the point of drawing blood to drink, cutting into your pretty little skin to nibble at your insides, but I didn't. I didn't take you in any way. I denied myself all pleasure. Even when you followed me, I managed to keep my cool. I have changed. You helped me prove that, and I thank you endlessly for it, but if this short conversation has pushed you away, if knowing what I have done before changes your opinion of me, I don't hold it against you. Well, I think back at it, I'm disgusted as well. The Delilah all those years ago is gone, though. And if you decide you still want me, and that's an extremely large if, I'll consider it still. The last thing I want is to hurt you in any way, physically, mentally, or emotionally. You matter more to me than any experience I went through in my wild years. You offer me what I truly want now, and you torture me with your presence without knowing it. Every breath of your scent that passes through my nose awakens something primal in me more, and every time I look into your eyes, I feel my soul ache. Every time you come close to touching my skin, it feels like 1,000 butterflies begin their flight inside of me. You, my moth, are what I truly want. I want to keep you safe, and I want to protect you, and I want to spoil you and give you everything you want. I'm sorry for taking so long. I haven't been able to answer any of my questions. I just can't help it. Talking about what I did, it makes me feel insecure, and it makes me feel as if I'm wrong. I've spoken to people about it, to priests, to men of the law, to philosophers. Their answers were far apart. Some told me to be ashamed, and others said that if I changed, I should forgive myself. But all I can hope for is that you forgive me, and not that I forgive myself. What? Why on earth would you? Oh, you're sent, and so, no, please stop. You what? How could you forgive me so easily? I could have harmed you, I could have killed you. I could have brought you so much pain, and you put your arms around me and tell me I'm forgiven. I would ask you to leave, but I approached you this time, and as long as your arms are around me, it seems I can't leave without forcing your hand, so it appears you have trapped me, little moth. How does it feel to have trapped an immortal being? I hope for you it does. If you could please just hug me from behind instead, your scent would be less intense, and I think I'd be able to keep it together for much longer. Now, let's be silent and watch the play. We both did pay to be here after all. So it appears we've spent more than a few minutes in each other's presence without me threatening to lose control. I'm glad you kept me there, not because of the play was mediocre at best, but your company and peace of mind. If I can stay with you for this long now, perhaps I'll be able to resist your allure all for a day. And if I can do that, perhaps we have a chance together after all. My little moth, I truly thank you for sharing this evening with me. Truly, I had fun, but more fun than I've had in a long time. And I want you to know that I truly will consider taking you away. I'll consider doing what you asked of me in the first place and taking you into my arms and never letting go. Treasuring you like you deserve to be. It will take me a while for me to make up my mind. Every time we met before, it took a day or more for me to get my head straight. I hope I can make the choice quickly. Do not come looking for me. When I've made my decision, I'll come find you and I'll tell you what my decision is. For now, my little moth, this is goodbye. Not out of necessity this time, but because our time is up. You must return home to rest, and I must leave you to do so. I will see you again very soon. Good evening to you too, James. How's your son doing? Listen to me, James. I've paid the price. We've done this before. You can't kill me. And I refuse to do so. I know I took your sister, and I've apologized to you time and time again. I've given to you what I could to make up for it, but I've changed, James Vane, and so should you. I've served the time I had in solitude, and I've been punished, and now that I've finally have the chance at happiness, I won't have you take that away from me. Go to your home, Mr. Vane. Go and be with your family. You have to let go of the past. It's no use to cling to it. James, I'm quite disappointed. I hope you'll forgive me for dragging you back home, but you're obviously too drunk to be out on the street right now. Just lie back and let me bring you home. I'm not going to hurt you. I've told you that before, that I have changed. Just because you ruined the makeup on my face with your bullet doesn't mean that I'm going to hurt you. Just don't wiggle too much. I'm not strong enough to carry you if you writhe too much.